I am opening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Match Readers Club. I'm Eliza, and I'm sitting here with Hannah, who's here every week. So,
Why did you say that like you were surprised that I was here? I've been in your house for like 4 hours.
Truly. We have just spent 30 minutes talking about various D&D podcasts that we both listen to, and regrettably didn't record any of it because I feel like that would have been fun conversation for you all.
Yeah.
But if you listen to D&D podcasts, tell us what your favorite one is.
Yeah, I've been listening to NADPod and really delving into D&D Court, which is really funny.
Yeah, I listened to Tales from the Stinky Dragon, which is an offshoot from Rooster Teeth, if anyone ever remembers that.
I don't remember Rooster Teeth.
I got into Rooster Teeth because when I was living with the boys, like Baker in particular really loved Rooster Teeth stuff. So I got into like their Let's Play videos. And then when they announced they were doing a podcast, I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And I love Barbara. She is probably one of my favorite people from Rooster Teeth.
I'm looking at it now.
And
I've definitely seen these guys.
You would have seen these people before for sure.
Yeah.
And then when they said they were doing that, I was like, okay, I'll give it a listen. And it was so good. It's so entertaining. But anyway, you all missed that conversation, which is upsetting for you and also upsetting for us because
it's probably fine. I feel like this episode will be long and we probably don't need a D&D breakdown. Maybe if we ever get around to doing bonus content, I will read out all of my character sheets for people.
You teach me how to play D&D?
Yes! Don't tempt me.
I have said I would like to play D&D.
I think we should do like, maybe not a one shot, but we should do like a short campaign of like a 5 episode thing, a 5 session thing.
Yeah.
Would be fun.
I think Dan would enjoy it. I just don't think he would cope super well with the theatrical nature of it.
Yeah, it can be hard when you're getting into the theatrical. And I've played in like 2 very different groups. Like one is very like theatrical and one isn't very theatrical.
I couldn't do a voice.
No, I do like commit. I like it when people commit to voices though.
I would love to. I'm just fucking terrible at accents.
I'm so bad at accents. I wouldn't be able to do it. I remember once, Justin, we were playing I think it was when we were playing a one shot with our regular D&D group, and he almost never does accents because he doesn't like to do them. But then for this particular one shot, when it came around to introducing his character, he did a Russian accent. And our friend Nick literally said, okay, well, that's it for me. Got up, got his bag and walked out the door. And like, it was a bit because we're all, a bit of theatre kids at heart. But it was so funny because he did this Russian accent and we all fucking died. But yeah, it was good. And Corby does, like, when he's playing NPCs, he does funny voices. I like his goblin voice.
Oh, it's sorry, because Corby's he's your DM, isn't he?
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. So
I would love to DM. I just don't think I have the mental faculties to be able to manage the 400 things.
I really want to DM, but I'm not very good with voices. But for ages, I've been wanting to do like a sentient forest campaign where it's like the forest is alive and it will kill you type of thing. Like that's the vibe that I want to do, but I just have never sat down and actually gone, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And I think I would have to do a really small group. I don't think I could do...
It'd have to be like 4 people.
Yeah, I don't honestly, Catherine, who is our DM for our big campaign that we did that went for like 2 years and is also DMing our like big campaign that has just been paused for a bit. There's 6 of us. Wait, is that right? Yeah, it's a big group anyway.
Yeah.
So she did such a good job. And then our current group is a bit smaller, which is good.
I just don't think I also have the I don't think I have the creative writing abilities to write the campaign.
Yeah, I think it would be hard if you're doing a completely original one. But like we've played with some friends, we played Strahd.
Yeah.
And that was
Curse of Strahd?
Yeah, because you can get the module and stuff like that. So like I think if I was going to do a campaign, I think I would probably maybe buy a module and like mod the module.
Yeah.
So that I've got something to do from there. But I don't know if I'll ever DM at this stage. I need to burp. Oh my God.
But yes, I think I'd really enjoy playing because I love to be a dramatic bitch.
Yeah, it would be good, I think. I also love to be a dramatic bitch.
But as far as doing an accent, I just don't think I could commit. I don't think I could take myself seriously enough to do it.
No, and also I can't focus because I would just be focusing on doing the accent. But like I did my original character was just like so deadpan.
Yeah.
She was like a very powerful feral little druid and just so deadpan completely.
Like I could shift my tone a bit, like to be like, if I was playing a like hyper feminine, bubbly, energetic character. Like I could probably shift my tone for that.
Yeah.
But as far as doing like episode, like podcasts that I listen to, like the one I listened to, we've had characters doing like Russian accents, like a Minnesotan accent, French accents, Scottish accents, all that kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't think I could.
I would love to
could maybe do a funny voice.
Yeah, I could do a funny voice, but I
would forget about it though.
I would love to do a accent, but I'm just not good at doing accents. Like the most I can do is like a bad Russian accent, and it's only because someone I used to work with and I would talk in bad Russian accents to each other all day. So
I could
it just wouldn't work.
And that this might be the bogan Australian in me, but I could maybe pull a southern accent. Okay-ish.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got to get the real twang into it.
I'm not even going to attempt. I'm not
doing it on the podcast
it while we're recording. It just simply won't happen. Absolutely not. All right. So we're not talking about D&D.
We'll talk about the Wheel of Plot Luck because we spun at the end of the last episode. And we spun the adaptation challenge, which is where we have to read a book and then watch the adaptation, whether it's a TV show or a movie or whichever.
Yes.
So what have you picked?
I have picked Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I hope I'm saying her last name right. Anyway, it is a psychological thriller that was published in 1938. So I'm going
And there are
old,
2 adaptations of that.
and there's 2 movie. I think there actually is more from a brief look, but there's the 2 that are most well known. One because it's held up as being brilliant, and the other one is held up as being shit. So there's the 1940 Alfred Hitchcock adaptation, which is probably the one that I will prioritize watching, I think. And then there's I think it was 2020 or 2021.
Yes.
I don't know who directs it, but it's got Armie Hammer and Lily James. Lily James in it. And like Lily James is fine, but I don't really like Armie Hammer. So, and also that adaptation seems to have been widely panned. So I might read it, watch the good adaptation, and then watch the bad one.
Suffer through the bad one.
So I'm giving myself extra homework by watching the 2 adaptations, but I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's got to go better than the last classic we tried to read.
Surely. Stay tuned for that. At very least, you'll be able to watch the adaptation and give your opinions on that. But I have chosen Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. The movie for that actually only just came out on Netflix, starring Sally Field.
Love Sally Field.
Yes, we love Sally Field in this house. It's a book that I've seen a lot of on social media.
It has a very distinct cover.
Yeah, it's a very distinct cover. It's also supposed to be a really interesting story. Essentially, our main character works in an aquarium and forms a friendship with this giant Pacific octopus named Marcellus. I've forgotten the name already, but Torva, I think it is. Our main character's husband passed away and her son has been missing for 30 years. And this octopus, because in case you didn't know, octopi are very smart, very
creatures,
very smart.
I love them. I love octopi, actually.
Yeah. And Marcellus uses his incredible intelligence to help help find answers for the disappearance of our main character's son. It sounds fucking interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I'm down for watching a movie with Sally Field in it. So
I think it'll be good. Also, it's like a short-ish book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 350 pages, give or take.
It's not bad.
And the movie's like standard movie length, 2 hours. So
yeah,
it should be fairly easy because Rebecca's 400 and something?
49 apparently. And then both of the movies are about 2 hours. I don't think I even said what Rebecca was about, but it's about like a woman who is Rebecca, who is orphaned and working as a lady's maid, and then is swept off her feet by a widower called Maxim de Winter, and it's all about the shadow that his late wife casts over their lives as a lingering evil. So I'm excited to read that. I think it'll be good. It's also got I think the first line of it is like one of the most famous lines in literary history, which is, "Last night I dreamt I went to Manderley again," which I have heard before. So I'm excited to read that actually, because it's been one of those books that's just like has kind of been like perpetually on my to be read list. And then I think it's been republished relatively recently, maybe when the last adaptation came out.
Possibly.
And I keep looking at it, and I also keep thinking, I'm going to read that in October when I read like a scary, like a spooky book or something like that. And then I never do, but I will now, and then I will provide a review.
Yes. So check back in 4 weeks.
We will actually have read it instead of the last one where we failed.
We didn't fail the last one. The last
Oh,
one?
no, that's true. The one before. If you see us doing another question and answer episode, it's because we failed. Oh, Jesus. All right. Should we get into the theme?
Yes. So
do you want to start again? You're buffering? That was a really interesting facial journey.
My brain just fully short-circuited for a second there.
I witnessed that.
Wow. It is winter. It is also fucking freezing in Adelaide right now.
It is so cold right now.
So we thought, given that we are currently in winter and winter has hit us with the severity of a fucking cyclone, we would go over all things winter.
Yes.
Books we want to read, books that are coming out throughout winter, the sorts of genres we like to read, and then we thought we'd throw in the sort of hobbies and activities we like to do when it's cold and shit.
Yeah, we're doing
outside.
a cozy episode.
Yeah.
Also,
all things cozy.
It was very funny this morning that we messaged each other almost at the exact same time being like, wow, it's fucking freezing, and then proceeded to immediately send each other screenshots being like, what the fuck is this?
Because the temperature was the same.
It was like 7 degrees feels like 4 or something like that, like ridiculously cold.
It's very chilly this morning.
It's still really cold now.
It is. It is. It's not even close to 20 degrees, I'll tell you that.
Apparently it's 15.
15.7 feels like 12.1.
Yeah, it's bloody cold.
It is cold.
It is bloody cold.
It's also been really windy this week.
Yeah, I think that's what
has made it so much worse.
I'm also annoyed. I was telling you and then I distracted myself by talking about D&D. I'm also trying to like get comfortable. So if you can hear me wiggling the chair around, I'm so sorry. I ordered myself some like warm, cozy jumpers, like some hoodies and stuff like that. And they're not due to arrive until the middle of next week when it will be 20 degrees. And I was like, fuck my life.
Are they also being sent to your parcel locker in the city?
Yes. But I'm like, I checked it this morning and it was like, they arrived in Adelaide this morning. And I'm like, please just Ozpost do me a solid and get them to my parcel locker today. Because then I could feasibly go through the city and pick them up and be warm and cozy on the weekend.
Chances are no.
0, and it's a long weekend. So I'm not getting them until Tuesday morning at the very earliest. But that's fine.
Rude.
I have plenty of other warm jumpers. It's just You want
the new ones.
I want my cozy warm new ones. Anyway. All right. Do you want to kick us off with favourite genres for winter?
Yeah. So I actually have an addition to this one after a recent read.
Oh.
Ironically. So I like to read a lot of dark fantasy in winter, like sort of really gritty stuff. I like to read that as a general.
Yeah, I was about to say. It sounds,
but for some reason,
I think
like something where it's like really intense, like kind of fits the vibe for me.
Yeah.
Especially same with like anything sort of like dark academia, like anything. I mean, I love an academy setting all year round, but particularly in winter because there's something about like when a novel is set in, like, for example, a book I've read and the sequel that comes out that's on my list of releases is set at a university in the Scottish Highlands.
Ooh.
I'm like, that's ideal fucking winter read to me.
Yep.
I do love a good thriller. I love anything that just feels kind of cold and dark.
Yeah, yeah.
So then like epic fantasy also sort of falls into that. And I do love a mythological retelling in winter.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also going to add cozy fantasy to that list after reading the Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous. Because that felt like a hug.
Yeah, it was. I'm excited to read it. I think
I'm
it'll
excited
be so
for you to read it.
nice. I'm going to try and read it this weekend, Famous Last Words, because I also need to finish like 4 other books. But
you've got like a solid week still.
Oh yeah,
to finish the books you've got and then maybe read some of.
Yeah, but like the Between Two Fires, like I was enjoying it. I put it down and then I have not picked it up again. I cannot remember if we were recording when we had this conversation.
Yes, we did.
Okay, great.
Because you did the same with Two Twisted Crowns.
Yes.
You've read 1 chapter.
Yeah.
All right, that's your challenge.
I just got to move.
Before you come back to work, I want you to finish both of those.
That's fucked up.
That's a book and a half.
Yeah, but then I also have the Louise Bourgeois book to finish, which I really only have like 200 pages left.
Isn't that your bedtime book though?
Yeah.
So that's fine.
That's fine.
You can keep that on reserve for bedtime.
I literally have no plans next week, which I think is a good way to do leave because normally I pack my leave with plans and
plans
this
and appointments
is
and
like
things.
Nothing. Like I have literally nothing on. I think on Thursday.
I will say finish though. Finish what you're saying.
No.
Don't fall into the trap of I have all this time in the world and then do nothing with it because I fall into that trap so fucking often.
No.
And then I end up doom scrolling on my phone for hours and all of a sudden I've lost the entire day.
No, I don't want to do. I really, really don't want to do that.
And I upset myself when I do it.
I've done stuff this week. Like I've gone book shopping and everything like that. And then like cleaned the house yesterday, recording today. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. And like, I think next week I want to get my nails done, but that's like basically it. And I just want to like chill and rest and read. So I think that's kind of my plan.
Stock up on groceries and snacks. And
We're
all
going to
the
grocery shop
things,
tomorrow.
and all the things.
Oh yeah, and the house is like beautiful and clean because I deep cleaned it yesterday. So like, it's just going to be so nice. And also like my back tattoo is healed enough that I think I'm going to be able to have baths next week.
Oh,
which
incredible.
I'm delighted. Actually, maybe have a bath tonight. I'll ponder this when I get home. The problem is like our bathroom window is like right next to the bath. And so the bathroom doesn't like fog up and get like so damp. I need to have the window open, which is not the most pleasant when I'm like in a hot bath being like, oh my God, I'm so relaxed, and then icy wind to the face. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I would just let it fog up.
It's not the most comfortable. But yeah, that's my plan anyway. So I will finish those books.
Yeah. Put an ambient fireplace on YouTube on the TV.
I've actually been
Sit and
enjoying.
read.
Hang on. Keep talking about the genres you like to read, and I'm going to try.
I've finished them. That's it. That was my list, mate.
I have been reading, I think it's like Deep Thunderstorm.
Oh yeah.
While in a castle type of vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Is the relax in a historic castle, rain and thunderstorm ambience for deep sleep. And that's what I have been listening to while I read books like
Incredible.
And
Love
I
that.
lock in when I've got that.
I like that. I love a fireplace and a snowstorm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's good stuff.
I like to match the ambience to the vibe of the book I'm reading. If I can.
Yeah. That has been good. I actually have been mostly listening to that when I'm reading like fantasy books. Like I was doing that when I was reading One Dark Window, and I've been listening to it when I have been reading Between Two Fires and stuff like that.
I don't like
ideal.
Yeah, I don't like ambient music.
Mm.
I like just the nature. I like a nature sound.
Yeah,
ambience. Like an environmental sound, if you will.
Yes. Yeah. I like that. It's good.
So, anyway, what about you? What genres do you like to read in
winter?
In the winter.
I get really like, I want to read more. I read a lot of nonfiction in winter, I think.
Yeah.
Like I get all like pensive and thoughtful, which makes me sound like a fucking wanker. But yeah, like I'd like to read a lot of nonfiction in winter.
That's fair.
And I'm on a nonfiction kick at the moment as well. So that's been pretty good. So I have a whole bunch of like art history books and like nonfiction books like that to read in winter. But that's kind of what I prefer. And then like near the end of winter, I start to get like, I like want to read more like, it's not horror in that they're like gory. It's probably more like psychological horror type of books is what I like to read. Like I like the kind of books in the vein of like Shirley Jackson's
Spooky Season.
Yeah, I like Haunting of Hill House style books.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of horror that I like, where it's just like oppressive and the house is going to kill you type of vibe. Charlie XCX voice, I'm going to die in this house. Yeah, so that's kind of what I like to read in winter. I don't get into this, but yeah, it's like I like something cold kind of vibe. I was about to say like I read a lot of Irish fiction in winter, but like I read a lot of Irish fiction.
You read Irish fiction all the time.
Dude.
It is upsetting that we live in the Southern Hemisphere and
He is so put upon. My God. I wonder if the mics are picking up his grunting.
I don't think they are.
I don't think so. Kaiser's really putting on a show for us at the moment.
Do I need to go and open the bedroom door so you can go and lay in your bed and stop sooking?
I think he's pretty comfy now.
Go to sleep.
Anyway.
Yeah, it is upsetting that we live in the Southern Hemisphere and our spooky season, like Halloween, is in spring for us.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right, but also like I never really do Halloween. So like I don't really.
My kids love Halloween, so.
Yeah. I think it is more like a kid thing because like at our old place, a whole bunch of houses would join up and do like trick-or-treating, and they would like transform into like a haunted house that you could walk through and like all of their yards were. Yeah, it's cool until it's like literally the street is closing down because of it, and they would start really early as well, like 5.
Yeah.
And I would like, I'm hiccuping a lot, sorry. I would get off the bus and trying to get to my old house, and it would just be like walking through hordes of like screaming children. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. I've been at work all day. Like, everyone move. Yes, your costume looks good. Everyone get away from me.
I really enjoyed, and it's Christmas we're talking here, not Halloween. But what is it? Whatever avenue it is in St. Peter's there, 9th Avenue, I think it is, that does the entire street of lights.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah,
that's an experience.
They commit.
This year I'm getting out with the boys and walking with them.
Yeah. It's like, it is good, but having lived near there, I was just
I wouldn't want to live near it.
my God, so
Damn.
many people. But there's a few people like that in the hills and stuff as well. Like, people really be committing.
Shithouse nowadays.
No, Leberthall's nice.
Leberthall's still good?
Yeah, I feel like it went through a period where it was like Justin and I, not Christmassy people at all. Like, we don't really do Christmas.
Yeah, you can appreciate going and looking at Christmas lights.
But and it's pretty nice.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better. And then there's like the people who like they live on the lane that's been like renamed as Christmas Lane. And it's like an elderly couple. And they've been doing it since like the early 80s, I think.
Oh, wow.
And they're so, so sweet and like so old.
Yeah, we never made it to Leberthall last year, but I'd like to get there this year. My kids kept falling asleep.
We tend to go, I think our problem is like we tend to go like a little bit too late. So like we will go like later in the night, which means we miss the markets and stuff.
Yeah, I missed the Handorf Christmas market.
Do they not do them? I thought they
No, that stopped like 2 years ago apparently.
What?
I know, upsetting. I would have gone to it last year. Sorry.
Interesting. Well, Leberthall will do a market. But
Yeah.
we just tend to get there and then we're like, the market's closed. So we just walk through and look at them. But we like walk through and we get donuts and stuff like that. And it's like, that's our Christmas tradition. And we always do it like mid-December.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing it in the week leading up to Christmas because it would be fucking bedlam.
Yeah, no, I would go earlier too. But that's also because we usually travel down to my mum's around Christmas.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, for context, Leberthall is like a town in the Adelaide Hills that pretty much everyone in the entire town like commits to putting on a huge Christmas light.
They are known for Christmas lights.
Yeah.
At Christmas.
And it is, I think it starts like mid-November.
Yeah, it did dip for a period there.
It did, yeah.
Because I think some locals were getting sick of the town basically being clogged up the entirety of December.
It really is. I would like every time we're there, we're like, this is so cute and nice. We hate to live here.
You do not drive your car around in Leberthall.
No.
In December at night. You find a space to squeeze your car, you leave it and you get out and you walk.
And you walk around. Yeah. It's cute though.
Oh, absolutely. It's so good. But anyway, we went very off topic on that one. We're talking about Christmas in June.
Now, what are we talking about? Books coming out this winter.
Yes. What do you got? You said you had 9 before.
I have quite a lot. Like, I've got The Depraved by Daisy Dixon, which is an art history book, comes out in a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited to read about. It's like, that was when we did our release episode.
Yes.
It is an unconventional journey through the history of art and explores works of art that society has condemned as depraved or obscene. And it covers everything from prehistoric sculpture to extreme metal music and video games.
I think that
would be really interesting. And then Worry Doll by Laura McPhee Brown is out at the end of the month. Thank God. I'm so excited to read that book. And there's Queen Mab by Emily McBride. What else has come out? Oh, The Book of Mysteries, Wild Time, and The Ritual Year by Rebecca Tomas came out yesterday, I think was its publication date. Yeah, the 4th of June. And that's definitely high up on my list as well. And then I have my like TBR for winter, which is...
We'll cover that.
So long. I've got to get it together. I think I might need to try... Well, I told you that one of the things I was going to do on my leave was like go through my bookshelves and put stuff into like definitely want to read soon.
For your priority pile.
Priority piles,
then,
I
like,
think.
Vibes piles.
Yeah, so I need to like sort that out.
I do
God
too,
help
but
me.
I have nearly 600 books on my shelves.
Jesus Christ. I would probably have...
Fiction books, I have like 560 something, if I check.
Fuck me.
562.
I actually don't know how many books I've got on my shelves, but I've got like... I think I have 20 of the cubes.
Yeah.
Like so I would have... I don't have 20 of the 4-cube bookshelves, but do you know what I mean? Like 20 cubes are full. And then I've got my big floor-to-ceiling bookshelf, which is also full of books. But I'm not sure how many books that I've actually got on there. And then I've got like 95 books on my Kobo that I haven't read.
I don't even want to think about how many I can't even.
It'd be maybe I'll count them and figure, and then everyone can take a guess how many unread books that I've got. But yeah,
I actually did a recount of my unread books recently. And now I have 562 fiction books, right?
Yeah.
There are probably about 100 or so of those that are like children's or like teenage fiction books, like books I've had since I was a kid. I've got some of my partner's books that he's had since he was a kid. They're all in there.
Yeah.
I should have categorized them differently, but I didn't. And now I'm kind of paying the price for that. So anyway, call it 450 books that are adult fiction. Of those, at last count, I have not read 275.
Jesus.
I have also purchased probably, maybe call it round up 280, because I've definitely bought a few more books since.
I don't know how many unread books I've got. I would have so many sitting on my shelves, but we were just talking about this like in our break in between recording, which is like trying to read the books that we already own, but then like, especially because like Eliza gets arcs and stuff like that, like trying to keep up with new ones that are coming out. And then like I follow a lot of like bookish people, and it's like getting FOMO because you see people talking about new books, and I'm like, I want to read that because like so many people are talking about it, and I want to see what the hype is. And then it's like I'm buying books at like triple the rate that I can read books.
We have a problem.
I've got I need a no-buy for a couple of, maybe I'll do a winter no-buy. Like maybe that's what I should do.
I'm going to do a no-buy from my birthday because my birthday falls smack bang in the middle of winter.
Yes.
I am a midwinter baby.
Yeah.
Like almost exactly in the middle.
Yeah, truly.
The 9th of July.
Yeah.
Like I'm about as winter as you get.
Yes. Don't do a no-buy near your...
Fuck no. After my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going on a shopping spree.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I was just like,
I'm going on a shopping spree. I was supposed to do that for Mother's Day, and I have bought like 3 books because I get overwhelmed.
Yeah. I actually thought that for your birthday, I was like, I wonder what I'm going to get Eliza this year. And then I was like, who am I kidding? I'm going to get Eliza a book voucher. So that is probably what you'll get from me.
Yeah, I think I want to go to Marion and go to the QBD there.
Okay.
Because I haven't been there in a very long time. I don't even remember where the QBD is in Marion. Is there a Dimmicks in Marion too? Or is it no more? I know there's obviously the one in the mall. There's one in Glenelg.
Yeah, the Glenelg one was pretty good.
I
haven't been there for a few years. I have no idea, actually.
I know there's a third one in Adelaide.
I genuinely
Watch me be wrong.
I haven't been to Marion for probably like just under 12 months, I think. I can't remember if there's I don't even remember.
I am wrong. It's in Hyde Park. There is a third one in Hyde Park on King William Road.
Okay.
King William Road? Unley Road. King William Road.
Yeah. I know the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually wouldn't mind going to that one either as well. Because that one's supposed to be quite good. I don't know. I just want to do a troll through bookstores in Adelaide.
Yeah, I think that would be fun, to be honest. Like, I would love to do a troll through. Like, my ultimate day would be like imprints, Matilda's, Dylan's, I think, and I would just have a whale of a time, which I have done that once before, and it was delightful, but my bank account was like,
maybe we'll do it.
Bitch, we're never going to financially recover from this.
Take you with us. We'll go to a bunch of places.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to do a come book shopping with me video, and then I had as spoken about in the previous episode, disastrous trip, but that's fine. But yeah, what are you planning on, or what books are you excited for winter?
I have 6 books on my list, and they all come out. Most of them come out in July, August. The only book that's coming out in June, which is actually already out as of the release date of this episode.
Oh, yep.
Is Harvest Season by Bryn Weaver. It's a dark romantic comedy.
Why do I know that book?
That comes out on the 9th of June, so it will already be out.
Oh, Bryn Weaver wrote Butcher and Blackbird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stacey McEwen's new book comes out in July, A Forsaken Prophecy, which is book 2 to A Forbidden Alchemy.
Oh my God, I mixed that up then with
The Night and the Moth.
The Night and the Moth, and I was like, I thought that came out in September. Yes. What are you talking about? Yeah,
that comes out in September. A Forsaken Prophecy comes out in July. Very, very excited for that.
I have to read the Stacey McEwen books.
Mm-hmm, you do.
Because they seem really funny, and also she's hilarious on social media.
She's so funny.
I really delight in her videos.
Now you understand why, like, if there was any author that I would want to be friends with, it would be her.
Yeah, definitely. She's very funny.
She's so good. Daybreak by Autumn Woods. That's the book that comes out. It comes out at the end of July. That's the one that's set at the university in the Scottish Highlands. The first book is called Nightshade, and it's very good. It's not fantasy. It's just like dark academia romance.
Okay.
Bit of a thrillery situation. Very good.
Interesting.
Then I have, and I don't remember when this actually comes out. Let me consult the notes. The Exquisite Torment of Loving Your Enemy, which is...
Jesus Christ.
I know, it's a mouthful. It's the sequel to The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. That comes out on the 7th of July. They're very good. It's like kind of typical romantasy, but there's quite a lot of snark and like good banter in it.
Okay.
It's quite entertaining.
I'm looking as you're saying these books, I'm like looking them up. I'm also got to make sure that I keep putting my face near the mic because I keep moving away from it.
And then Adversary to the Villain comes out in August, which is the
Mhm.
4th book in the Assistant to the Villain series, which I said is kind of like, it's like an office romance, but make it fantasy.
Yes.
They're so funny.
Yep.
And the author of those, Hannah Nicole Mayra, is very good friends with Stacey McEwen. They're good friends.
Oh, cute.
I love it.
Cute.
And then the last one on my list is The Lion and the Deathless Dark by, holy crap, why have I forgotten the name? Carissa Broadbent. Holy crap, people would scout me for that. That is the first book in the Bloodborne duet, which is the Crowns of Nyaxia series is a set of 3 duets.
Yeah.
So this is the start of the 3rd one. So it's the
Right.
it's the 5th book in the series, but it's the first book in the 3rd duology.
Right.
Like you could read, you should read the duologies in order. You don't necessarily have to, but if you were to read the 2nd duology first, you would have spoilers for the 1st duology. But they are like stories independent of each other.
Yeah.
There's just like a bit of an overarching timeline, essentially. But they are my releases for winter.
I've just thought of the other winter one that I'm excited for, even though I haven't read the book yet. But continuing with the like cozy fantasy vibe is T. Kingfisher's Sword Heart.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so
the one you've got in your Kobo.
On my Kobo at the moment. I haven't started reading it yet, but T. Kingfisher writes the Saint of Steel Paladin series.
Yes.
And this is set in that world. It's like the world of the White Rat. But Sword Heart is out. I haven't read it yet, but I'm expecting that I'll like it from the sounds of it. But the next book in that comes out in August.
I think I did know about that.
Yeah, it's called Dagger Bound. I actually really want to, I think I might pre-order the copy of it because it's really cute. I like the art on it and it has pink sprayed edges, which is very cute. So yeah, I like the looks of that. Although I did see, controversially, I don't like the covers of the Paladin Saint of Steel series. The Australian ones where it's like, I think the art is nice, but I like the other covers. So I'm like, I would probably get the art of the...
Daggerbound is pretty.
Yeah, I would probably get the art of the Australian editions as like to put in my office, kind of like my home office type of thing. But I like the original covers better. And Justin was like looking at the copies of the Paladin books when we were in Dimmicks last week, and he was like, they are kind of giving Mills and Boon.
You prefer these?
Yes, like the ones that don't have the paintings of people on them.
Yeah.
But I still like them.
I don't necessarily love these.
Yeah,
ones.
The paintings are beautiful, but it's just like I prefer the other covers.
They feel just like a little bit too.
They're very Mills and Boon.
Yeah, Mills and Boon, like 1990s coded, and not in a fun way.
I do like them though. They do kind of match exactly how I
expected it to.
Expected the characters to look, so I was happy about that. But yeah, I'm really excited about Daggerbound because I just really...
Someone needs to bring a special edition series of it looking like that, though. Look at that.
Ooh,
it's a fan art.
Sorry. I like that.
We're going very off track here with that because they can't see anything.
But yeah. All right. What books are you planning on reading this winter?
Okay.
Everyone that you've just mentioned.
Everything I've just mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I will actually probably read all of those in winter because pretty much all of them I'm very excited for. Like winter this year has some of my most anticipated reads.
Yes.
So RIP any social life.
That's fine.
I have a couple and I've kind of paired them up a little bit with the genres that I like to read. So for dark fantasy, there is a series called... Why have I forgot? I've actually forgotten what the series itself is called. The first book is City of Gods and Monsters. It's a dark urban fantasy. And there are 4 books out so far. And I think the 5th one is due to come out at the end of this year.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I would like to get to that. Apparently it's very, very good. I also want to read Half City by Kate Golden. And I actually have that on my TBR for this month.
Okay.
That's a dark academia. It's got fantasy elements into it, but I don't think it's like full-blown fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to read My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, which is a thriller. Alice Feeney is supposed to be a really, really good thriller writer. And I received My Husband's Wife in one of my book boxes one of my various book boxes that I get. And it sounds really interesting.
Okay.
I also want to read The Everlasting by Alex E. Harrow. That's a standalone fantasy, which I'm very excited about. It's also possibly sub 300 pages or around 300 pages, so quite short. Like the novel is only like, an inch thick.
Okay.
Which is small by fantasy standards.
Yeah.
And I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe there's a queer romance. It's also a lady night situation. I
Interesting.
might be wrong. We'll fact check that when we finish recording.
Interesting.
I also want to read The Morrigan by Kim Curran. I actually started this a while back, and I think I read like the first couple of chapters and put it down because it was not fit in the mood that I wanted to read. It's a Celtic myth retelling of The Morrigan.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, she's actually got a second book out called Bridget, which is another retelling of Bridget, which I also have.
Okay.
So
I feel like that's perfectly winter vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like to start The Witcher by Andrzej Sapkowski.
How many Witcher books are there?
There are now 9. One actually recently came out. There are 5 or 6 books in like the core series. And then there were 3 prequel novella books.
Okay.
And we have all of those. And then there was one that came out last year. Like either late last year or early this year.
Okay.
So we don't have that. But we do have the rest of them. So I would like to start
Are they
that.
big books?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're only, I think the biggest one might be around 500 pages. Which is why I picked that. Because I was like, I want to start an epic fantasy series.
Yeah.
But I don't want to commit to like Mistborn. I don't want to commit to the Cosmere yet because that's 20-something books.
Much. It's too much.
I also don't want to commit to Game of Thrones because those books are enormous.
Yeah, they really are.
I thought about doing Realm with the Elderlings, which is Rob and Hobb, but that is another one that is multiple series together and it's somewhere in the ballpark of 20 books. I have the first trilogy.
That's a lot.
So I was like, let's just commit to something. I wanted to commit to something a little bit smaller, but also something that I was kind of familiar with because I have watched the Witcher TV show. My partner loves the Witcher games.
Yeah.
So I'm already somewhat familiar with the world, a little bit somewhat familiar with the magic system, the characters. So I think I'll be able to integrate myself into it a little bit easier than something completely new.
Yeah.
So that's my plan for winter.
Okay. That's pretty good. I will
check back in like 3 months and see how many of these I've read.
I feel like it's always like that. Like I'm always like when I have been saying, oh, these are the books, like in April when I was like, these are the books that I'm going to read in April. I didn't read any of them. I did better in May. I think I read 5 of the 8 that I was planning on
that's
reading,
pretty good.
which is pretty good for me. But winter, I'm like, this is what I'm going to read for winter. And then it's like at the beginning of spring, I'm going to check in and be like, I read none of them.
So what do you want to read?
So many. I'm big on the non-fic at the moment. So I have I want to read Vocal Break by Lauren Elkin. I also want to read, it's called The Book That Taught the World to Orgasm and Then Disappeared, Shara Height and the Height Report by Rosa Campbell, which was about the Height Report, which is like a feminist exploration of sex and male power. And it talked about like how like people talking about marriage and it revolutionized essentially like the concept of like the female orgasm. So I want to read that. It sounds really interesting. And then
that sounds like a mythological retelling for some people.
And then the other book that I want to read is continuing kind of in that ilk is called Second Skin: Inside the Worlds of Fetish, Kink and Deviant Desire by Anastasia Fedorova, which I'm also excited about reading.
Reading about a lot of sex.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, I don't know what it was. I saw that book and then it was like, you know, when you're going through the like books that are similar type of things and I'm like, this sounds pretty interesting. I saw Second Skin at Matilda's actually and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. So I want to read them and then I made my little list. I want to read Art on My Mind by Bell Hooks, a book called Fancy Work: Unpicking Past Lives by Alice Hattrick, and it's about the like history of textiles.
Okay.
Particularly through like the Morris family, like Morris and Co., who they have very, like you would recognize their embroidery and their textiles if you saw it. You know, there's a room in the bottom of the Adelaide Art Gallery that's dedicated to it, like in the basement.
Yeah, very vaguely.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been to the Adelaide Art Gallery.
There's that one. And then I want to read, oh my God, there's so many that I wanted to read. There's a book actually called, I think that you might like it. I'm just going to get the blurb up because I feel like you will enjoy it. It is called 20 Minutes of Silence by Helene Bessette. And it is inspired by true crime, inspired by true crime. Where is the rest of it? In an opulent villa near the English Channel lives a well-to-do family. A man, husband, father, employer has been shot dead. The bullet is from his own gun, which he got from the Germans during the war. In this family, the father has a safe, a monkey wrench, a wife, and a maid named Rose. The son has a swing, a croquet set, a raincoat, and a car. They all read detective novels to fall asleep, the father to stay awake, the son to distract himself from an empty marriage, the mother. Packed with brutal revelations, the novel centers on 20 minutes of silence it takes for the family to alert the doctor who lives next door of the father's death. Everything in this high-octane drama is subject to change, including the setting and the characters who are truer to life than might at first appear. But who, if anyone, is the true criminal and who is the victim? So it sounds really interesting. Fitzcarraldo is publishing it, and I love pretty much everything that Fitz publishes. So I'm excited to read that one.
That sounds cool.
And it's quite small as well, I think. And then there is, hang on, I've got them up on my phone. Me switching between multiple devices.
Yeah.
Where did the other one go? I'm going to read Memory Theatre by Simon Critchley, and which I think is going to be fine. It's 92 pages. So like
that's a one and done.
It's a one and done. I read his book a couple of years ago called Notes on Suicide, where he wrote about the history of the suicide note.
Okay.
Which was, I don't even know why I picked it up. Like I just kind of came up and I was like, that sounds interesting enough for me to read it. But this is, he gets boxes of a French philosopher's like miscellaneous papers that have been in his office when the French philosopher dies, and they get sent to Simon Critchley. And it is like text from about ancient art of memory and astrological charts predicting the deaths of various philosophers. And among them is a chart for Simon Critchley. And so, yeah, and he then becomes obsessed with the details of his own fate, which is very, very interesting. So I thought it like sounded like an interesting premise, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was originally published in 2014.
Okay.
So I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to read Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. I think this is going to be my like winter read. Like, you know how you're like, I want to start an epic fantasy book. I like to start like a pretty chunky book and then just like read it in throughout a season. And there's, I believe, 3 books. Like this is a series.
Yeah.
But they're big books. This is
you've told me about Wolf Hall.
Yeah, because it won the Booker.
Yes.
When it came out. But it's about Thomas Cromwell, who was involved with like King Henry and Anne Boleyn.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited about. So I think it'll be good, but it is 650 pages.
Ouch.
Large. And then, yeah, there is the other, I think the second book is called Bring Up the Bodies, and it's like Bring Up the Bodies and like Let the Light In or something like that, I think is the next one. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to read that. I feel like I've been like coming and going on reading it for like years. Like I keep seeing it going, oh, I should read that. And then I read something else. But I've got a nice copy of it and I would like it to be my kind of like long form.
The BBC did an adaptation of it.
Apparently the adaptation is quite good as well. So
it's got Damian Lewis in it.
Claire the ginger guy?
Yeah, Claire Foy. She plays
I'm trying to picture who Claire Foy is.
She was in several things.
Things?
She was in The Crown, Season of the Witch.
Oh, yeah.
Claire Foy.
Yes, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Damian Lewis, Claire Foy, Tom Holland.
Okay.
He's in it. Mark Rylance, who sounds familiar, but...
He does. I also want to read...
I mean, it's done by the BBC, so it's
probably going to be good.
It can't be that bad.
I also would like to read throughout winter I've got the new Ali Smith book called Glyph. I want to read Audre Lorde's Sister Outsider, which is a collection of her essays and speeches from the late 70s to early 80s. And then I have finally picked it up is Anne Carson's autobiography of Red. And Anne Carson is a classicist. So
I remember you telling me about this.
It's a teeny tiny little book and I would like to read that. And then obviously I have Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous, which I was planning on starting to read ASAP Rocky once I finish the 4 books that I currently have on the go. So yeah, there's a lot of like, it is mostly non-fiction books for me it's the non-fiction season. But yeah, that's my kind of plan for my winter reads. So watch me read.
Approximately none of it.
Literally none of them. And that's fine.
It's ambitious of you.
It's ambitious.
I think I'm 50-50 with mine, honestly. Just because there's so much other shit coming up. That's why it's like, it's my list of things I would like to read. And like the only one that I know for sure that I'm going to read is Half City by Kate Golden because I have it on my actual TBR for this month.
Yeah.
Like I already have it slotted in there. But as for the rest, I don't know.
I think that's a problem with like being a mood reader as well is like I desperately try and type A myself and be like, these are the books that I am reading this month and this season. And then I'm like, yeah, that's really good. And then a week later, I'm like, actually, I don't want to read any of them.
Yeah, I get it. I can be like, I am a bit of a mood reader too. I think where I get myself I keep myself from completely like falling off a cliff with my reading is by making sure I cover most of my bases in my TBR for the month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I also don't like to read too much of the same thing unless I'm obviously reading a series.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't like to read this. I don't like reading the same thing over and over and over. So I try to have this month I think I've got a couple of fantasies. I've got a dark academia. I've got another fantasy, but it's sirens, like mermaids.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So it's different to anything, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
typical. I've got a contemporary romance. I've got a really, really dark fantasy. I've got Harvest Season, which is out as of this
Now,
episode's
yeah.
release, which is a dark rom-com. Like I've kind of got all bases
Yeah.
covered as far as like genres and sort of moods. So I think that's how I sort of combat my mood reading without completely like, I think if I allowed myself just to mood read,
Yeah.
I wouldn't read much at all
I think
because
so, yeah.
indecision would take hold and I
Yeah.
would then just give up and not read anything.
I try and have I think for me it's like I try and have one non-fiction and one fiction on the go at the same time because then I can switch between the two of them.
Yeah.
And that definitely helps, I think, with indecision. But with the mood reading stuff, I was talking about it earlier, I did a post on the Instagram recently where I was like, this is what I read in a week. And I read 750 pages.
Yeah.
And then in the 6 days as of recording since I've posted that, I have read nothing.
Yeah.
I've read, that's a lie. Maybe I've read 5 pages of autobiography I've read. But I have read nothing. I'm illiterate now. But it just is what it is. I'm just not getting anything. And I'm also trying not to put any pressure on myself to be you have to read, you have to read, you have to read. It's because if I do that, then I just spend even longer not
procrastinating.
playing.
Yeah.
And, it's a long weekend. I've got time to read.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend. I'm on leave. I'm going to read.
I put myself into a book hangover with the last book I finished.
The one about DID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read The Girl in the Green Dress by Jenny Haynes and...
Is it an autobiography or is it biography?
It's an autobiography.
Yeah.
She wrote it herself. To give the loosest...
I feel like I've read this book, but I'm just going to...
It only came out a couple of years, within a couple of years. It's very, very intense. If you don't know who Jenny Haynes is, which a lot of people probably don't, she is also known as the woman with 2,500 alters. Jenny has multiple personality disorder, or as it's known now, dissociative identity disorder. And she created these alters as a result of very, very severe, very far out words today are not our strong suit. Very severe abuse at the hands of her father, both in England and in Australia.
Yeah. It's not that book, but I've read another book about that, it's called Today I'm Alice, 9 Personalities, 1 Tortured Mind. And it came out in 2009. So I would have been 17, 18.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty similar. It's her documenting her DID diagnosis, which is after having anorexia and OCD and problems with alcoholism. And it's because of
abuse
from her father.
Yeah. So, this book is co-written by Jenny Haynes and her psychiatrist. And I have...
Oh, interesting.
I have forgotten his name, unfortunately. I am sorry. So his chapters, he talks about the, I guess,
George Blair West.
Thank you, George Blair West. He talks about his dealings with her and a little bit more of the science behind diagnosing DID and how DID affects certain people and all of this and that. And her chapters are then quite a bit more leaning into her experience. There's narrative and there's also non-fiction-y. I mean, it's all non-fiction. More informative versus recount. But I mean, Jenny Haynes has a PhD.
Jesus.
In criminology, psychology, social work.
Wow.
She's
Dr. Jennifer Haynes.
Dr. Jennifer Haynes. Yeah. She's very, very intelligent. And in 2019, her father was sentenced to 45 years.
So he fucking should.
He should.
Yeah, it says here she's got a degree in psychology, master's in legal study and criminal justice, and a PhD focusing on victims of crime.
Mm-hmm.
What a woman. Jesus.
It is an incredible read, and I will never recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
It is, I mean, you know what you're getting into reading this. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Within the book, there are disclaimers from Jenny saying, the next section is very, very intense, very graphic.
Yeah.
If you don't feel up to reading it, skip to X page and she puts like a black star in
Okay,
and like
that's
a
pretty
gap
good.
if you don't want to read over it, because it is intense.
Yeah.
Like
It's a big book as well. It's like 500 pages.
I had to put the book down
Yeah, fair.
a few times.
I don't think I would be able to read it, to be honest. It'd be a hard read. I've just seen it's a SBX documentary, the SBS documentary as well.
Oh, about her?
Yeah,
I actually should watch that. That would be interesting. But no, it was an excellent read. I cannot give it a rating.
You won't recommend it to anyone.
I will not recommend it to anyone. Like,
yeah. Well, looking at it just then online, like a lot of the reviews are like, it's really hard to give this book a rating because of the content of it.
Yeah.
But it is an excellent book.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it would be really hard to rate a book like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, very, very excellent. So I put myself into a bit of a book hangover with that one.
That's fair. Yeah, that would put me in a book hangover as well.
So I have read like 5 chapters since Monday.
So we're having a slow start to the month.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's cold. We're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll catch up.
We'll catch up. Yeah. Yeah. And also you had a bumper month in May as well.
Yeah, I did
12
read
books.
12.
That's
Like,
a lot to have read.
Realistically, to keep up with my fairly loose goal of 100 books for the year, I actually only need to read 5 books in June.
That's pretty good.
But then it does put pressure on me to read, like, on average, 9 books every month for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I think I'm going to change because like I set myself a very reasonable reading goal this year of being like, I'm only going to read 25 books because I had not like had a good reading year the previous year. I think I read 24. I read like a low number of books for me. So I was like, I'm just going to do 25, but I've currently read 24 books this year, which is pretty good. So I'm like, yep, I'm happy with that. So I think
I reckon you might get to 50.
Maybe, but I think I'm going to set it to 40.
Yeah.
And then I think that's like a reasonable amount of books for me to read for the year. I have had years where I've read more. Like I've had books where I've read like 60.
Yeah.
Or like 55-ish. So I'm like, I think 40 is reasonable for me to. Also because like I think October I'm not getting anything read. Like we have so much on in October.
You're going away and
like probably going to go away, and it's like it's like a big anniversary for us, and then we have like friend stuff going on in that month as well. So I'm like, I'm just not reading in October. Like that's just not happening.
I think I have quite a lot slated for October.
It's busy. It's a busy month. People got to stop being, but do you know what it is? It's Valentine's Day babies, apparently in October.
No, New Year babies.
New Year babies, maybe.
New Year's January babies.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day babies would be November.
Yeah. So anyway, there's too many people born in October. There's too many Scorpios. There's a plague of them.
You say that. Justin's a Scorpio.
I know. And that's why I'm allowed to say it.
Dan's a Pisces, man.
Interesting. Okay.
He's a cusper, though. He's an Aquarius Pisces cusp.
Okay. Dale is a Pisces man.
Yeah,
that's interesting. We're an interesting combo, I think.
Where, though? What's his birthday?
March 7th.
Oh, so he's like bang in the middle Pisces.
Yeah. He's well Pisces.
Yeah, Dan's February 23rd. So like literally cusp Pisces.
That's
which
cusp.
makes
and
sense.
What a cusp. Pisces and Aquarius. What a cusp.
Yeah, weird and emotional. Which is honestly Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Like,
yeah.
Kind of quirky, kind of doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks, but like deep down actually does.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin is a very stereotypical Scorpio.
You are a very stereotypical Taurus.
So much. The most like
the most Taurus-y Taurus that ever Taurus.
When Catherine met me for the first time, she described me as having potent earth sign energy. And I don't think anyone has ever summed me up better as a human being. Like, yeah, if you see a stereotype of a Taurus, I probably fit it.
See, I feel like I'm a Cancer, and I am smack bang middle Cancer.
I don't think you're that Cancer-y because I don't know. I feel like I associate people who are Cancers as being like very emotional people.
Yeah,
because like I have a Cancer moon, and I feel like that explains me being. If we're gonna get woo-woo about it,
let's get woo-woo. We've only been recording for an hour at this point. Let's get a little bit woo-woo. Yeah, but I think a lot of people attribute the sort of really emotional crybaby-esque to June Cancers, and I am a July Cancer.
Strengths: empathetic, nurturing, deeply protective, and highly imaginative. I think that sums you up.
Yeah.
And then also weaknesses: moody, overly sensitive, defensive, prone to retreating into a hard emotional shell.
Yeah, that's me.
You. Best matches, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, and Virgo.
Yeah, that's why we're
Hell
besties, brother.
Opposite sign, Capricorn.
Yes,
Yeah, that's fair.
I do well. I get along really well with Capricorn people.
Cancer is a sensitive, intuitive zodiac sign that prioritizes family and home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
To
you.
be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm very Cancer with the exception of the fact that I'm not like highly emotional. I'm very much like hard shell crab Cancer.
Yeah, you really, really are. Whereas I am.
But that makes sense if you've got a Cancer moon. Like I have a Scorpio moon.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
Whereas I
And a
have
Taurus rising.
interesting.
Yes.
My big three are Taurus sun, Cancer moon, Libra rising.
That makes sense. You indecisive bitch.
Yeah. Anyway, key personality traits of a Taurus are strengths, reliable, practical, patient, devoted, and hardworking.
I don't know about the patient bit, but anyway.
Rude. Weaknesses can be stubborn, possessive, and resistant to change. I don't think I'm that possessive, to be honest, but I'm very stubborn. Like I'm cut off my nose to spite my face stubborn.
I think, yeah. I think as far as like possessive goes for you, it's more.
If I don't like your answer, I'm cutting it out.
No. You hate.
Mark this and edit it.
You're possessive over your achievements.
What do you mean?
So so like you would hate if someone else took credit for your work.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But also the other thing is like I think
you don't need the recognition, but you don't want somebody else getting the recognition when you're the one that's done it all.
Yeah, a little bit. And I think also the other thing for me is the issue there is like I don't want the recognition because I don't like being the center of attention at all. But like I don't want to have worked my ass off at something and then have someone else take the credit for it. And I'm like,
I think that's where the possessiveness lies for you.
And I can be possessive.
You don't like being diminished.
Yes. Yeah. That's definitely accurate. Apparently my greatest compatibility is Scorpio and Cancers. And that makes sense because you and then Justin's a Scorpio.
Yeah. Same with me though. Dan's a Pisces and you're a Taurus.
This is so funny. This is Taurus likes gardening, cooking, music, romance, high quality clothes, working with their hands. Accurate, deeply. Taurus dislikes sudden changes, complications, insecurity of any and all kinds, synthetic fabrics.
Find mine, please, for the love of God, find mine.
That is so funny.
We are deep diving into our horoscopes here on this episode.
That is so funny because a couple of weeks ago, this is just to tangent the tangent. I was like coming into work and I got so overwhelmed and like sweaty and hot in my jumper. And then I was like, this is because this is a shitty synthetic jumper and I'm not doing this. And I was on the train looking up like cotton blend jumpers and adding them.
Telling me about
I bought a whole bunch of like cotton knit jumpers or like very breathable fabrics. It's just a delight. It's really good. So I'm very happy about that. Okay. Cancer likes art, home-based hobbies, relaxing near or in water, helping loved ones, a good meal with friends.
Yeah.
Cancer dislikes strangers, any criticism of mum, revealing anything in their personal lives.
Yeah, that's pretty right.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I like to stay a little bit mysterious. But like with certain things, I'm pretty open to talking about them. Like if you get me chatting, particularly if I've been drinking, I can be a bit of an oversharer.
Same. I'm a chronic, but I think I'm just naturally like a chronic oversharer anyway, and I have to like pare it back. I mean, listen to the amount of shit that I've said about myself on this podcast. Like, that's information that you should not get out of me without waterboarding me, I think. But I'm just like, I'm going to say it anyway.
But it's because we're sitting across from each other having the conversation.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You are really only saying it to me, but the problem is there's a microphone recording us.
Oh, if I think about the people, like sometimes I was listening to the episode where because I don't edit the episodes. I just giving Eliza full credit. I record and then I disappear and then Eliza tells me that the episode's coming out. I do an Instagram post and then I listen to the episode. But when we were listening to the episode where it was like me talking about how every time I watch The Shining, I have sex with whoever I'm watching it with.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, fucking hell, people I work with listen to this podcast. I was like, oh no.
Which also means that people you work with are going to hear your photo booth story.
That's fine. There was no nipple involved. It's all good. I've accepted it. I'm a chronic oversharer. They honestly I probably would tell people I worked with that story. Anyway.
Yeah. Look, yeah, and that's the thing. People that are listening that people that you work with that listen are the people that you probably
they would know
told
me
the story anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah, your greatest compatibility is Capricorn and Taurus, which, yeah, I feel like makes sense.
The
I do with
Capricorn
that.
being my opposite sign. Both
Yeah.
cardinal signs.
I think Scorpio is my opposite sign
Yeah.
because Scorpio and Taurus are
Mutable.
sister signs because they're 6 months apart.
Are they mutable? Or are they fixed? I forget.
There we go. Scorpio. I'm looking at Scorpios now because of Justin's star sign and greatest compatibility. Can I talk?
No, we cannot.
Compatibility. Taurus and Cancer.
Yeah, that tracks.
Tick, tick, tick. Scorpio likes truths, facts, being right, accurate,
Yeah.
teasing and passion.
Yeah.
Scorpio dislikes dishonesty, revealing secrets, superficiality, small talk.
Yeah. That's Justin through.
That's my man's.
That is
That is him.
Very much Justin.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. I'll find Dan now and then we'll
move on
from the tangent. Hang on. Where is Pisces?
Pisces is an interesting one because it's partly Dan, but also partly not.
Hang on. I've clicked the wrong one.
Yeah.
Greatest compatibility, Virgo and Taurus.
Yeah.
Interesting. Pisces likes being alone, love, sleeping, music, romance, swimming, and spiritual themes. Interesting.
I'd say no to spiritual themes and maybe the romance, but everything else, yes.
Pisces dislikes. I actually cannot speak right now. Know-it-all, being criticized, the past coming back to haunt, cruelty of any kind.
Yeah.
Yep. That's accurate?
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well,
he certainly doesn't like being criticized. That's been the cause of many of our arguments.
Justin definitely hates small talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a man of few words and none of them are small talk. He does not like small talk. So
I don't think I've ever had a conversation with Justin about his job.
It's because he just is
Doesn't
like,
care.
Well, I don't think it's that he doesn't care. It's just like, I think he just views his job as like, it doesn't make up an important part of him, if that makes sense. It's like, it's the thing he does, but it's not who he is type of
I kind of feel that way about my job.
Yeah.
Like, I like what I do and I feel like I do good with what I do.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I'm trying to phrase it without giving away what my job is, but the work that I do, like the support work that I do, it's not like I'm doing the job of the people that I do work for.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. My kind of thing is
if I was one of those people, then yes, like they live and breathe their jobs.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing is like, which was actually a healthy realization.
That's going to sound so fucking confusing to anyone
I know
that doesn't know what I do for work.
But I think for me, like the whole thing was like realizing that my job doesn't have to be my passion which was a big thing for me. And it was like, that definitely helped me. Like I am definitely like overachiever, hard worker type of thing. Like I need to set better boundaries, I think. But like, it doesn't have to be my passion. It can just be the thing that I do that then allows me to do my passions.
Yeah.
Which was a healthy realization for me. But I like my job and I get a lot of like
satisfaction.
And I think that's the thing is like, I might not necessarily get like joy out of my job. Some days I do, but I get a lot of...
I certainly don't get joy out of my job.
I have a lot of satisfaction from like, I'm very satisfied with my work and stuff like that, which I think is good for me. Yeah. And it definitely doesn't leave me as like physically, well, because I have a desk job now, but like I am not anywhere near as like physically burnt out as I was when I was like managing cafes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Which is good. Like, although honestly, I saw my physio and she was like, how did you describe it? She was like, having a desk job is one of the most catastrophic things you can do for your body because you get so deconditioned without realizing. This is such a boring conversation. I'm so sorry. But like, she's like, you get so deconditioned without realizing it. And then she read me for fucking filth about the state of my spine and my pelvis. And I was like, all right, here's $200. See you later.
Not going back there.
No, she's excellent. I would like, honestly.
Maybe I should go to her.
Oh my God. And actually she'd be convenient for you. She's pretty near our work. But yeah, I got dry needling from her. I love dry needling. Delightful. Horrifying, but delightful. Anyway.
I'm not concerned with needles, so.
Now we've
gone very off track for like
tangent.
20 minutes.
What are your favourite winter activities or hobbies?
Well, obviously reading. That's honestly probably the number one thing that I do in winter because it's cold and I want to be under a blanket.
Yeah.
And I can do that with a book. I also play a lot of video games. I mean, I play video games all year round. But winter is where I really lean into it.
Always forget that you're a gamer. Like it just doesn't... I have to burp again, sorry. Jesus, it's because I sculled that sandpel.
Yeah.
It just doesn't factor into my like view of you, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you were super into gaming when we got together. When we became friends, I don't think that you were like super into
I played bits and pieces of stuff. I think the thing was when we became friends, I nearly said got together too.
Jesus Christ.
Let's be real.
Platonic life partners.
Yeah. We didn't have a console when I was living with my cousin and my sister.
Yeah.
So while I was like, I did like.
Also, that's how I met your sister, because we were talking earlier when you were like, oh, how have you met
course.
your sister? And it's like, yeah, I spent so much time at your house where you lived with your sister.
That is true. I forget that because that was like a million years ago.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But then when I moved in with the boys, they were all gamers.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had consoles out the wazoo.
Yeah.
So then I think that's when it started to pick back up for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then obviously I moved to Queensland and Dan's a big gamer. So it just kind of kept going.
Yeah.
Like I think it's definitely grown in like the last decade. Like I played a lot of video games as a kid. And then I had a period, like a lull period in like early adulthood because I just wasn't in a house where I had a console. And then it's grown again.
Yeah.
But like I am a pretty big video gamer. I like to play either, again, cozy stuff, but like I like Stardew Valley. I had an Animal Crossing phase. I'm currently, because it's very thematic, I'm playing a book called The Arcane Librarian. Playing a game.
Oh, yes, you sent me the Arcane Librarian. Yeah.
And
cute.
you literally walk in, like the whole game is you walk into this library at this like magic university and every single book on that is supposed to be on the shelves is on the floor. And
that sounds actually beautiful.
When we finish recording, I'll boot it up and show you.
Delighted.
You literally just walk around like you have 2 levels and there's like a map on the bottom level, there's a map on either side of the stairs that shows you like the sections.
Yeah.
And you just walk around and you put them in and you put them in order and you have to work out where each one goes.
That just sounds delightful.
It's so therapeutic.
Yeah, I like the sounds of that. If my laptop didn't like scream at the thought of having anything more than a fucking Microsoft Word on it, I would probably try and play it.
And like I have played it for like 6 hours and I have shelved like 800 books. That's it.
Beautiful.
Like I will play this for so long.
Stunning.
Dan's like, why?
Because it's fun. It just sounds like it's easy.
It's soothing. It's satisfying because I'm like tickling that like need to organize things itch.
Yep.
I was like, but it's also really fun. Like some of the titles are really, really funny.
Okay. Nice.
Because there's a psychology section in there, and one of the book series is the psychology of backseat gaming. Like
me when Justin's gaming.
There are some like funny little titles in there, and it's just really satisfying.
Nice. It sounds fun. It sounds like relaxing to play.
I mean, I also play Tales of the Shire, which is like a
Lord of the Rings
themed game. It was a little bit controversial because when it came out, there were a lot of bugs. I think it's really cute.
I did hear about this.
Yeah. It didn't deliver. I don't think it delivered what people were expecting or quite as much as people were expecting. I think it's fun. You come into the Shire and you have this little hobbit house and you have to you fix it up and you grow things and you sell things and you complete these little tasks for people and it's fun. So like, I like those, or I like deep diving into like a really epic RPG game.
Like Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate.
The only game.
Like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, because the last 2, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which are the last 2 entries, have both come out in like May.
Yeah.
So
I remember Justin playing them.
Like, so, you're in the middle of winter when they're out, and they're kind of like a little bit of a hybrid between like an epic fantasy and like a cozy fantasy game.
Yeah.
Because it's very like, I wouldn't say kid friendly, because you're still killing things with swords. But it's a little bit more, it's a Nintendo game, so it's a little bit more bright and pretty and cute looking.
Yeah.
But they're excellent games. So they're sort of the 2 genres I like to play gaming wise. I also like to bake.
You do like to bake.
And I bake a lot more in winter because it warms my house up with the oven, which is always helpful.
Yeah.
And like winter is when you want to be eating like things like cakes and cookies and like warm things out of the oven.
My baking has increased so much in the past few weeks because it's been colder, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do on the weekend? Bake something.
I'm going to bake something. I would like to bake some more. I might do some baking this weekend, actually.
I want to make a focaccia. I haven't made one in ages. I feel like that'll be good. I've got some nice
I need to
olives.
restart my sourdough starter because the other one we had a couple of days when it was hot. It was right there. It was like 2 days out from being ready to use.
Oh no.
And then we had a couple of really fucking hot days and it went moldy.
Devastating.
I was distraught.
Yeah.
I don't play as many like board games, tabletop games as you, but I do love on a cold night having like a board game night.
Yeah, board game nights are fun. I love a board game night.
And of course, when it's cold outside,
collection at the moment
movie marathon.
Oh, yes.
I love a
A
big
movie
film.
marathon. Sounds like it's time to watch Lord of the Rings.
Truly.
Lord of the Rings time. It's
Um,
always time to do Lord of the Rings.
and-
IMO.
If it's not fucking pissing down with rain, I don't mind a good like outdoor walk
Yeah.
in
I was going
winter
to
when
say
it's colder.
one of my favorite things to do in winter is go for a beach walk. Like I love to go for a beach walk in winter. I don't care if it's freezing cold. I'll just put on a big coat and I'll go for a little walk.
Every time I've hiked Morialta has been in winter.
Bold. Also bold hiking Morialta, to be honest. Wait, did I?
I say I've done it I say every time. I've done it 3 times, I think, in my life.
I'm trying to remember if I was hiking No, I was at Mount Lofty.
I did Morialta with Baker once. He hated me for it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I did Mount Lofty, Waterfall Gully.
Yeah.
And I slipped and dislocated my shoulder.
Oof.
So, because I landed essentially on my elbow and jolted my arm up. And then I was just like, oh, I don't think my arm's right. And when I pulled my shirt up, you could see my shirt. It was so gross.
I've done Anstey's Hill, which is a bit more just like a bushwalk.
Yeah.
That's out at Tea Tree Gully.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Gully Way. That's not bad. But yeah, I like a good, an outdoor walk of some description.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't want to be sweaty and getting
beach,
horrifically sunburned.
As long as it's not pissing down with rain.
I don't even mind if it's raining a bit. If it's raining, I would take raining a bit over being super windy. When we met up and had coffee earlier in the week and it was a fucking wind tunnel when we were walking, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't like that, but I do like I like a rainy day. I like storms, so...
I love a good winter storm when I'm inside.
And I hate getting cucked by the Bomb app where it's there's a high chance of thunderstorms and then it's nothing. And I'm like, what?
One rumble of thunder at the
Yeah,
distance.
I'm like, what do you call this? What do you fucking think I am? Drives me nuts.
What else do you like to do in winter outside of beach walks?
Baking is a big one.
Yeah.
But I just like to bake and I like the stuff that I like to cook is more wintry foods.
Yeah.
I like to do anything that takes me hours, to be honest. I'm in the kitchen, I have a podcast on or a record and I'm I'm going to cook an elaborate dinner or something.
I made the best potato and leek soup the other week. It was so good.
I love
it. Did have speck in it, so...
No, I have my potato and leek recipe down perfectly for
I just
a vegan
love a good creamy winter soup.
I want soup and bread. I'm very easy.
Brother, we ate pumpkin soup. I'm a pumpkin soup girl. I love me pumpkin soup.
I love pumpkin soup. Yeah. I'm like a medieval peasant. Yeah. I just want a loaf of bread and some kind of broth.
The potato and leek soup we made, we both ate with half a loaf, the big loaves of garlic bread that are just cut in half. With
delicious.
We had half of that. He had the top, I had the bottom.
Beautiful.
Just if I'm having soup, I'm not eating it with a spoon. I'm eating it with bread.
Bread is
the
receptacle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, I like to bake and stuff like that in winter and cook more. And then I'm reading, obviously, but reading is all year round. And I tend to knit more in winter.
Yeah.
Although I do have my sweater that I said that I was going to have knit by my birthday.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go for you?
Well, yeah, really good. It's been almost a month since my birthday and it still has 1/4 of a sleeve. So I've done the body about this much, probably 5 inches of the first sleeve.
Good.
Nothing else.
Love that.
And I'm just looking at it and it's sitting on my coffee table. I look at it constantly and it's just sitting there and I'm like, I need to finish that and I haven't done it yet.
You're just avoiding eye contact with your knitting project.
Don't look at me. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have essentially the same hobbies all year round. I also knit a lot in summer as well.
Yeah, look, I'm kind of the same.
My mum's like, I don't understand how you knit in summer. And I'm like, but if I knit in summer, then the stuff that I've knit is ready for winter. I don't want to start knitting a jumper now and it takes me 3.5 months to knit and then I'm it's 30 degrees again because we live in fucking Australia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try and knit.
Yeah, I feel
more than
both our hobbies are we do them all year round, but they're definitely better in winter.
Oh yeah, it's much more enjoyable in winter. That's kind of my favorite winter hobbies and stuff like that. I just feel like I don't hate anything more than hot weather. So I'm just I'm a better version of myself in winter, I think. I'm just happier and more comfortable.
Yeah.
I get to wear the clothes that I like to wear. I get to do the hobbies I like to do and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a more comfortable period for me.
I can never decide if I like summer or winter more.
For some reason, I always think of you as a summer girl, but I don't know why. I think maybe you were when we first became friends. Whereas I've always been like, I
Yeah.
am through and through autumn, winter baby. Like,
I used to feel the cold something shocking.
yeah.
So winter always really sucked for me. Not so much lately. Probably something to do with all the extra weight I'm carrying compared to, 5 years ago. But like that's kind of irrelevant. But I think like hobby-wise, I like it when the weather is shitty outside because
Yeah.
I then don't feel guilty about being inside and reading, and I don't feel guilty
Yeah.
about wanting to play games or watch a movie or whatever. However, I have 2 small, very active boys.
Oh, yeah.
So I do like
They'd
it
be
when
having so much energy.
I do like it when the weather is nice because I can be like, cool, piss off into the backyard. Go
Yep.
play. I'll come sit at the outdoor table and read or scroll on my phone or sit and have a coffee and you guys can go ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and like I like warm weather. I like a nice sunny day. I like being able to go outside or go to the beach or, I do like the occasional day where it's hot enough to go swimming.
Yeah.
But after living in Queensland for the better part of 8 years, the humidity up there, and this is feels like such an old people thing to say, be like, oh, the humidity, but it really actually does like fuck you up after a while.
Humidity in Queensland is foul.
Like
I was horrified when I came and visited you. I was like, this sucks. Why do people live
because
here?
the difference is like it might be 30 degrees, but there's no reprieve from the heat. Whereas down here, if it's 30 degrees and it's hot, you go in the shade and it's not necessarily, it's not cold, but it's at least enough of a reprieve from the sun.
Well,
it's drier.
When I came and visited you, and I was like, Jesus Christ, the air is like literally thick enough to fucking chew on.
Oh yeah,
it was gross. So yeah, we're winter people through and through.
I would say yeah. I think definitely a little bit more of a winter person. I like wearing warm clothes. I like
layers. I don't like being hot. Also, like having chronic fatigue and stuff like that. Like my chronic fatigue flares up really badly in summer.
Yeah.
And like I cannot cope with any level of humidity or heat or anything like that. I'm so glad our house has ducted aircon. And so yeah, I'm much better in winter.
I find my joints are often worse in winter. Like my knees.
God, we sound old right now.
I know. I just realised how bad that sounds.
Yeah. Us with our grey hair and our joint pain.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, wrap this shit up. But anyway, maybe we wrap the episode up here.
Yeah.
And we'll do what are we doing next? Next fortnight is how bestseller lists work.
Next episode is no. The next episode will be our mid-year check-in.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to do mid-year check-in. Yeah. So we'll do a mid-year check-in and a reading wrap-up in our next one. And then after that, we're going to do how the bestseller lists work. Cool. Easy. At least we have plans.
We do have plans. We do have to write a few more though, because we are swiftly running out of ideas.
And I'm like, damn, we gotta get some episodes planned. I'm excited. I'll do a spoiler now, but in one of our future episodes is called The Anti-TBR, Books We Will Never Read. And that is when I will issue my YouTube apology.
Forewarning you here.
Because I will get...
This one is going to be the hot take episode.
That'll be the hot take episode.
Not the actual hot takes.
The hot takes where it was more like lukewarm.
We were very, very placid.
Very lukewarm. But yeah, I think the anti-TBR is going to be a good one. I feel like I could stock that one with books, which will be fun. So yeah, that's the plans for the next couple of eps. And I think that wraps up episode 10. We are in the double digits.
Hooray!
Woo!
I didn't even clock that. Whoopsie.
Yay.
All right.
Yippee.
Congratulations on 10 episodes.
Yay! Look at us go, actually doing the thing.
All right. We will see you guys in 2
weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.